Hi, Dave Aune here with a special edition of our business profile here on TV3. And along with me today is Tim Olson, Senior Sales Manager at Dynamic Homes. And we're on location right outside the Dynamic factory here in Detroit Lakes. And we're going to talk Dynamic Homes today. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning, Dave. How are you doing?
Good to have you with us. Kind of leading up to an event in a couple of weeks, Dynamic Homes will hold their annual open houses throughout the region. We're going to talk about that, talk a little bit about the overall operations of Dynamic Homes.
Yeah, the open house event is the weekend of September 8th and 9th, and this is the 6th year we've had this, and we try to have homes around town here as well as other homes in our market area open. So we have quite a few participating dealers in that. As far as Detroit Lakes here, we have also factory tours in addition to touring models. So that gives people opportunity to see how we build things and gives them a good scope of the advantages of building in a factory.
Sure. We're standing in front of one of the recently completed model homes. They're actually putting finishing touches on it as we speak here. And in a couple of weeks, we're probably going to take a walk through of that home as well, so viewers will have a chance to see what the home looks like.
Right. We set this a few weeks ago, so we're putting the finishing touches on it. This is in our stock plans. This one's called the Riverwood, and it's just under 1,800 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 9-foot ceilings, and there's some areas where there's tray ceilings where the ceiling is 10 foot high. A lot of upgrades in cabinets, doors and trim, beautiful fireplace. So this will be a nice home to view for anybody that wants to see how versatile this building system really is.
Sure. Now this has just come on site within the past couple of weeks, if I'm correct.
Right. Yep. Everything outside is pretty complete. There's some cultured stone that's going to be put on near the bottom of the home just to dress it up a little bit. Inside, we're in the process of painting and getting decorating items lined up, and I think there's a granite top that has to go in yet, but otherwise it's getting pretty well wrapped up, so it'll be ready well in time for the open house event.
Now, in addition to the open house, these model homes are oftentimes open for people to stop in and take a look at. Is that right?
Yeah, our models are open during our regular office hours here, so that's 8 to 4:30 Monday through Friday, and then during the main building season, the models are open Saturdays and Sundays from noon to 3. Right around November or so, we kind of, that's when the public isn't out actively looking for houses. So we'll take a few months off there on the Saturday, Sunday open, but then we'll start it up usually around the 1st of April.
Okay. And you have a second model here, which may or may not be on site the weekend of the anniversary. It's about to be moved, I understand.
Yeah, this loft home we've had here for 5 years, so it was time to sell it. And we have the replacement built, and it's staged out in the back lot here, ready to be set. And I don't know exactly when this loft will be moved, but if it's here, it'll be open. So
it's always kind of an event whenever I drive by and I see the cranes or the semis are ready for departure. It seems it's fun to watch.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
Now, one of these homes, either the last one or this one, headed quite a ways north. Is that right? Well,
this loft is going to be moved up north of Highway 2. I mean, it'll be between, I think, McIntosh and Thief River, somewhere up in there. So it's being moved quite a ways, and we actually don't tear this one down. The dealer involved actually has a home mover that's going to move it. Okay. So they'll take this all in one piece, and that'll be nice. They won't have to, expend all the labor of taking it down and putting it back up again. It's kind of a wash. So
okay, good. So, well, let's take a quick break, and we'll be back, and we'll talk some more about Dynamic Homes. Be right back. Alrighty, we're back here at Dynamic Homes once again with Tim Olson, Senior Sales Manager here at Dynamic. How long has the company been around?
Dynamic was actually formed in 1969, and in that year the company was somewhat undercapitalized. So in '70. It was purchased by Lund Boat Company and was a subsidiary for a few years, and then the principal owners of Lund spun Dynamic off into a public company that existed since about '73 as Dynamic Homes Inc. We changed ownerships in 2000, and so we're privately held again now. And our ownership is an investment group, basically, that several of the primary shareholders from before purchased all the stock.
You are quite an employer here in Detroit Lakes. What is your employment count these days?
We're hovering right around 120.
Okay.
Production end of that is probably maybe 80, 85, and then the rest is transportation and staff in the office with sales, accounting, management, all of the other functions of the company. So about 120.
Okay, and if I remember, that's probably getting close to as large an employment field as you've had?
In recent history, yes. In the early growth years of the 70s, I'm sure it was higher then. I started with the company in '78, and that year they built nearly 1,000 homes, but we had 3 facilities at the time. And the recession in the early '80s necessitated just liquidating the other 2 plants and adding onto this one, and the operation was way more efficient having one location. So this location here went, it started as a Quonset. I rode my bike by here as a 12-year-old, and that's when the company was just getting its legs under it. And now we have roughly 120,000 square feet under a roof in the production facility.
Okay. And that's something that people will be able to view firsthand at the open house.
Exactly. Yeah, they'll get the full tour, that they can see every phase of construction as it goes down the line, and it is really incredible, the quality and the controlled environment, the things that you can do in a structure like this.
And I'm just amazed at the finished product these days. You look at a Dynamic Home, and there's so many different options that are available: floor plans, finishing styles, interiors, design. It's amazing what the homes look like when they come out of the factory.
Yeah, that transition has been ongoing. In the 70s, it didn't matter if it was a Dynamic Home or somebody stick building it. They were pretty plain. You can tell homes that were built in the 70s, but as this whole thing has progressed, all of the potential options have just exploded. Just take cabinets, for example. Mid-Continent is a company here out of Minnesota, and they went from offering oak, exclusively oak, and now in the last 10 years we can get all the species of cabinets: maple, cherry, hickory, alder, the whole gamut. So it's, all of these companies that supply us have had to grow, and Mid-Continent's really done a great job at that.
Okay, good. Now let's, in addition to the Detroit Lakes location, remind people that open houses will be held the weekend of the 8th and 9th in Sebeka at Anderson Homes.
Correct. Yeah.
6 model homes will be on display from Dynamic there.
Yeah.
And also in Alexandria Homes.
Yes. Yeah. They have 4 models down there. So within a hour and 20-minute drive, there's 10 additional models to see. Just Sebeka and Alexandria. So that's a nice addition to what we're doing here.
Sure. And the Sebeka hours and Alexandria hours both are 8 to 5 on Saturday, and noon to 4 on Sunday.
Noon to 4 on Sunday.
And here in Detroit Lakes, noon to 3 Saturday and Sunday.
Both days, noon to 3.
And factory tours on the half hour, if I remember correctly.
Right, exactly, yes.
So, okay, well, it'll be a good weekend, and it's just interesting to look at what Dynamic Homes produces right here in Detroit Lakes, and we're happy to be able to share a little bit of information about that and invite people to take part in those events that weekend.
Yeah, one of our most recent additions to the company is during the second half of 2011, we became Energy Star certified. And so the Energy Star program promotes energy efficiency. So every module we build now is Energy Star ready. The dealer and the homeowner have to follow through with some things with their heating system and so on, but an Energy Star home gets a certification and it stays with that home forever, so it helps not only energy efficiency and cost savings in the long term, but also value, appraisals, all of the things that go with owning and then reselling a home down the road. So it's Energy Star, and you know that's up and coming, and we're going to keep promoting that.
And we'll be talking more about that, I think, in the weeks.
Yeah, we'll get into a little more detail.
Well, thanks so much for being with us here today, Tim. Again, open house weekend, September 8th and 9th, throughout the region, Detroit Lakes, Alexandria, Sebeka, and additional locations throughout the tri-state area.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Have a great week. We'll be back next week.